I also want to clarify something on my YouTube channels or anything, that I will not deal with racism or homophobia, or any hate towards women, anything like that. We all, if you hate somebody just because they're gay or bi, or they're different skin color, if you take advantage of,
I'm so sorry about that. My bad, dude.
it's all right. It's all right. I'm just explaining to everybody right now that I'm not dealing with racism, homophobia, anything like that on my YouTube channel or any of my stuff. So,
Oh, smart move, because everybody's got to be so politically correct. What happened to just joking around and taking it at face value? You know?
well, I mean, here there is a joke line, but then when there's jokes towards like a white person that thinks it's okay to use the N word towards black people,
Oh, I agree with that. That's not cool at
that's
all.
that's kind of my line where it's no, that's not funny. That's the Jerry Seinfeld line, you know.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is.
And there was an interview with Ricky Gervais, Louis C.K., Chris Rock, and Jerry Seinfeld. And during that time, I think Louis C.K. and Chris Rock were talking to each other that they were working, and Louis C.K. just kept saying the N word, and it's like he was saying it was like no problem. So Chris Rock apparently doesn't have an issue with it, but a lot of people do. You know, a lot of people
With
do.
what you said about what you don't want to do, correct?
Basically,
The racism
yeah.
or
So
homophobia and all that other stuff.
yeah, so this is what I mean is just a lot of people attacked Chris Rock after because he thinks it's not right for Louis C.K. to say the N word, and Chris Rock is allowing it.
Did Louis ever do that?
Yeah, yeah. So
He did.
yeah, he was on a interview where he just while they were all together, he was just saying the N word, and he said that it's okay. Me and Chris do it all the time because we work together, and I'm allowed to say it around him. So to me, and then Jerry Seinfeld kicked in, and he's like, no, that's not right. I don't think that's funny at all.
You know, Louis, he don't give a damn either way.
Right, but that's
Fortunately, like I said, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Jim Jeffries, you remind me a lot of him in certain aspects, and I know you know who Jim is.
Yeah,
The dude's hilarious. Why?
I've seen his first one on Netflix. I loved his first one. But since then, I have not really they've been more storytelling, and I'm not really a storyteller that kind of do that much.
That's me.
Oh, yeah, it's yeah. Some people like storytelling. You know, some people. For me, this is why podcasts exist, so we can tell stories like this. Right?
Agreed.
It gives us more time to tell stories like this instead of going on a stage where you only have an hour and you have to. The point is to try and get as many jokes out there to the public in that certain amount of time, right?
Okay.
So instead, I would rather that get the people laughing as much as possible rather than them sitting for 10 minutes and trying to listen to a story, and then just the punchline is kind of weak at the end, you know, or it could be really strong. You know, some people take that route where they just tell something and it goes really strong at the end. It could be just as simple as maybe just I don't know, maybe a period joke like I tell.
You know what? You know what cracks me up about your live stand-up is the fact that you laugh at your own jokes, and that sounds like myself because I'd be cracking up, but I don't know, for some reason when you start laughing it makes me laugh, and it's just a cycle. It's
a very goofy laugh. I'm not gonna hide it, people. I've got a fucking goofy laugh. I've got I've got like the Jimmy Carr laugh. Have you ever heard his laugh? I think I've talked about this before.
And yes, you definitely do.
I'm gonna do it again.
Oh my gosh. No. Hey, Coop. I don't. Oh, dude. I am like all thumbs today. This is. I almost said something that just went against what you just don't want to do. I don't know if that will come on. It's not racist. I don't think.
Well, I just wanted to clarify something that just during that interview, I'm with Jerry Seinfeld crew, where it's just I don't think it's okay to even say that, especially for white people even saying that,
Yeah, no.
it's like,
Well, you know what? Truth be told, I mean, I could see like behind closed doors type deal,
mhm. Yeah, it's
But
I will tell you this. There was R.I.P. Ralphie May. If you guys know who Ralphie May is, probably
I
one.
do. The skinny guy, right?
Oh, he would. Okay, me and Ralphie May have history together, where he was like one of the first comics to actually follow me on Twitter, and I started learning from him. I kind of pissed him off with a joke.
Really? You pissed
Yeah,
off Ralphie May?
oh yeah, no, I said this is what I wrote to Ralph. I said Ralphie May should star in a film called Life of Pi.
That's genius.
He hated it.
Why? Other than the fact that kind of already exists. Wait, no, it was just called Pi, right? The movie that came out, the kid with the lion or something like that shit.
Right, and then but obviously my joke was Pi with P-I-E.
Oh, of course.
So
I went all mathematical on you there. The
no.
Chinese.
No, it's no. That's why. It's like for me, I didn't know that either. So that's what I mean. Is when I started off doing comedy, my brain did not go to that as a joke. It went to that as everybody likes eating pie, and I thought it would just be a simple joke.
I did
not know it was going to be it was a fat joke.
Excuse me.
So that is the reason why. It's like me and Ralphie called me out on Twitter saying, "Oh, you shouldn't go after people that are trying to help you in the comedy industry." Kind of thing. So
you weren't going after him. You were trying to help the dude out.
I just tried making a joke, and obviously he didn't like it. But that's when I've learned that just people are too sensitive. So it's like weird. It's like he told me also that I'm too emotional as a comedian.
What?
Yeah, so it's like other comedians out there, they're tough, they're hard. Like Ralphie May, he went. This is the whole purpose of what I'm trying to bring around here. Ralphie May told a joke on stage where he tried saying where he said the N-word. Okay, he was saying the N-word in his joke, and he wanted to call it the same thing as something delicious, like crackers, like what a delicious cracker kind of thing. It's like
okay. Yeah,
so
I got
he wanted to make a joke similar to that, where he just like, these are delicious, like. So that is what I mean. It's like some people out there like that kind of comedy where they go over that borderline. That's like, to me, I don't find that funny at all. But Ralphie May is a 5 platinum comedy album comedian at the same time, right? But also, he went on a downward spiral at the end of his career where he got divorced to his wife. He was unhappy and everything like that, and then he ended up passing away too early, right? So
wait, Ralphie died?
Yeah, Ralphie's dead.
Is he?
Yeah, I
didn't know that.
Right.
Indigo Whispers. I like that.
Indigo, what's up, Indigo? So yeah, it's weird. I even sent out a tweet saying, "Wow, I'm like, even though me and Ralphie had our battles back and forth,
how cool is that anyway? Even like they say, any publicity is good publicity. But you know what? I'm just gonna lock myself in my room for the rest of the day, if I could." Maybe in like a padded room or something where I don't have to talk and all that, because I just
that sounds
talk, please say something, please.
Well, here let me just finish off what I wanted to say about Ralphie, man, because he was one of the greatest comedians of all time. So he's going to be in the history books. He went borderline over what he wanted to do, but at the same time. I do not. Every comic is different in their own way, and I do not want to be like another person. I do not want to be this comedian that just goes and tells stereotyping jokes or anything like that.